let's just read out each one of them. Okay. Here, do you want to read out the left side? Listen.
Advantages for venture capital. Potential for large sums of money for investment. Expertise to help. I see. To help the business. Make it easier to attract other sources of finance. Provides the required capital for expansion.
Okay, Nicole, the other side.
A long and complex process. Expert financial projections are likely to be required. Initially expensive for the firm, e.g. legal and accounting fees. Partial loss of ownership.
Okay, do you guys think venture capital is actually a long-term or short-term strategy? Why short? Because if they're trying to get something in return, it's not only profit. They actually see partial loss of your ownership. They want to be part of your company because they see that the potential in the future. Okay, so basically this one is actually what? Long term, yeah. Oh, one more. Risk of conflict. Of course. If there is a person involved, business, or if it's just one person, it's fine in the room. If there's two people in the room, there will be conflict. So everything involved in people, dealing with people, you have conflicts. Not to mention it's like a business, yeah. Okay. Now the new one, overdraft. Olivia, do you want to read out the definition of overdraft? Just the first point in, right?
An overdraft is the facility to overspend on a current account up to a limit.
Yes, so basically you can spend up to a limited amount in advance. But the problem is actually with overdraft. I think this is a very short-term way, a method of finance, because you have to think about this. If, for example, you can overspend up to £3,000, do you have the pressure to pay back on a certain date? What if you can't make the deadline? Normally, overdraft has the highest interest rate of all. Okay, roughly it's 20%. Yes. If the interest rate is so high, and you're thinking, well, by this day I have to pay back all the amounts that I've used, it's a lot of pressure. Okay, and they won't be able to give you another chance if you can't actually pay back on time for the first time. Yes, you're losing your what? Your credit rating as well. Yes. Now, there are a few other information here. We'll just quickly read out. Nana, do you want to go? Yes?
The business in effect can withdraw money from the account that is not there, leaving a bill overdrawn or in Interest is charged on the overdrawn amount. This is a good short-term source of finance, an external source of finance provided by banks and building societies.
Okay. Any questions about overdraft?
I'm not a hiccup on that, to be honest.
But why we still put this method here as one of the methods of finance?
Because it's simple.
It's simple. You know,
It's easy
quick,
to do.
Easy to do. But most people, they want to have options. First of all, they always go to the bank. But what if the bank refuses you? They don't want to actually lend you money. Okay, you take higher risk, higher interest rate. So you go for overdraft.
Yes.
Okay, you have to have options for your finance. Because raising finance is always very difficult. It doesn't matter where. Probably this is roughly 20% of interest rate for overdraft amount. That's actually the highest. Let's just read out this part.
Only borrowed when required, allowing flexibility. Only pay for the money borrowed.
Yes.
Quick and easy to arrange.
Yes.
No charges for paying off the overdraft.
Why no charges?
Tell us.
Because we haven't.
No, this is mean like you pay on time. No charge, of course. Okay, disadvantage. Boys, one of the boys will
On time,
Duncan.
in full. Okay.
Just read out the other section.
Banks include in at any time. Only value for current bank account. Interest payments can be variable. Banks may secure the overdraft against the
So still, the bank has the power to control your overdraft. Okay. So I'll put this up online. This one's really wordy. We just focus on the first bit for now. Okay. Kieran, do you want to read out the first one?
No, it's not good.
Business
You had the same one.
without owning it or buying it outright.
Okay. Divina, how do you understand the concept of leasing?
The definition is in red, so you figure it out.
Yes?
Leasing. Wait, I'm going to figure it out.
No, he already read it. So I just want you to explain to me, what's your understanding of leasing? Is it short-term, long-term? What type of companies will do this? I use very simple example here. If you want to start up your company, you have to rent a place. This is just called leasing. For example, let's say you want to buy a small office space, and that will cost you this much. Okay, if you buy the space, but if you lease, for example, it will cost you, say, this is per year. Okay, per year. But you're looking to use the space for 3 years for your startup company. So times 3, how much is this?
75.
Yeah.
Too much.
So this is already higher than buying it, but this is not the option for most people. Why?
Because they don't have the money.
You don't have the cash at the beginning as a startup. Okay. So still 90% of startups will actually lease the space, even though it's more expensive, but you have to make sure you have the daily working capital. See, you put in this much per year, it's half of the initial fund, right? So you still have a bit of money to run your company for the first year. So along the way, you pay a little bit more, but you keep the company running. Maybe the profit will cover this in the future. But as I said, leasing is also short term. Just thinking in your daily life, people buying a house or people renting, okay? We always think, well, buying is still the long-term thing for us, okay? Renting is still short-term. That's our traditional mindset. Okay? Same thing applies to here. So leasing is short-term. So in the end, if your company is running pretty well, you just want to buy off the space. I just finished explaining the example here for leasing. Yes? Trade credit? Okay. Do you want to read out the definition then?
Trade credit is paying suppliers a period of time after the goods or services have been received.
How do you understand this? After we're using their goods and services, but we're not paying them straight away, we're waiting until the end of a period of time, and then we pay. So which means what? Why this is the method of finance though?
Oh, because you can get the for example, let's say you bought a piece of equipment.
Yeah.
A business could continue to make their products and sell their products using the equipment, but like
you keep your daily operation going with the equipment
while you're paying
not
off
paying
the
it
loan.
yet. Okay.
Yeah.
So while making all the profits in, maybe in 6 months' time, you have agreement with supplier saying, I'll pay you by the end of July, but I need to start using your product since January. Okay. For this 6 months, I'm not paying for this yet. Okay. But along the 6 months' time, I'm actually making profit. So it's actually a buffer for your company. Okay, so that's why this is another method of finance. As I just mentioned earlier, bank will not lend any people like money. They might refuse you, so you might go for overdraft, you might go for trade credit, you might go for other different options you have. Okay? Now, as in here it says 30 days. I think this is too short. In nowadays companies, normally the period, a standard trade credit period is 2 months. So I say I want to use your product and service for 2 months, and then I pay you by the end of this 2 months. Okay? So this one should be 2 months. But they may lose discount on immediate payment. But we have no other options if we're using this. Okay, we still have other methods of finance. Just keep going on and on, never ends. The first stop point is the definition of grants. Okay. Now the keyword is by the government. So normally it's by your central government or local authorities. Okay. So they will normally issue the grants to you, but it's for specific projects. Yeah. You have to apply for it. Okay. You have to get approval from your local authority and the central government to be able to have the grant. Yes. Now, there are often conditions. See, you have to apply for it, wait for approval, and then you can get it. A few examples for the conditions involved. Okay, you have to locate in an area high. How do you understand this word? Not just poor.
Did you say
Undeveloped.
We can use a better word. Disadvantage. Okay, area. Provide employment. You're creating something for society and community as well. You're using the money for the good purpose. Yes. Reduce negative environmental impacts. So this is actually for nowadays company. We call that reduce. No, we're trying to achieve charitable and social aims as a company nowadays. This is actually. It used to be ranking at the bottom of the objectives, but now it's like going up, up, up. Maybe now it's the second, just right below your profit and revenue. So we want to achieve environmental sustainability. Okay, we want to achieve charitable and social aims. Can you give me like a simple example of this?
How Sainsbury's gives its food to homeless people?
Is that social or charitable?
Charitable.
And social.
Yeah.
Because they're doing something for the local community. Also, if you go to McDonald's, right, they changed their plastic straws to paper straws.
And the McFlurry.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
We went to McDonald's today. We got McFlurry, and it was so small.
Yeah, like the fold cardboard.
Yeah, like what is that?
What?
Tell me
I didn't.
why the McFlurry is now $1.39.
Yes, when I went to, I got
It's
something on Ikea,
Yeah.
It's
and it's
$1.39.
$1.39.
And then the small one, like,
I agree, I'm on her side. Yeah, team
How
now.
much is it now?
Yeah, let's go, let's get it.
Used to be.
99p.
99p.
Okay,
Good, they took all the good places away.
I
don't know their pricing strategy, but from what I can see, they're using paper straw. They're doing something
No,
good
and now
for me.
it's subsidised.
Okay, I know the quality of the paper straw isn't great because after a little while it's just becomes soft. Yeah, but the problem is they have initiative to do this, so it's a good start. Now, when we are thinking about enterprise ideas, well, if you see established company already doing this, if you want to be a startup company, do you still have to incorporate this into your objectives? Why not? I think you have to. Because people nowadays will be thinking, well, if you're not doing something good for the environment, I will not buy any of your products. If you think they're still using plastic straws, okay, And if you've watched this documentary and article about like undersea the creatures, like all the whales, all the fish of coral has been, you know, because this plastic straw, they can't be like disposed even if you throw them away. Okay, so in your mind, do you still want to go to this type of company?
Yeah.
See, if I were you, I would say no. Okay, but if they use a paper straw, I have a better impression of this company now. Yeah. Okay. Well, since we're here, can you actually think of any new ideas if I'm mentioning paper straw? If you want to start up a company, because I know someone in Asia they're doing this now. Okay, is that reusable?
Where you eat it.
Okay, that's one good idea. Another good idea, like, it's very popular in Asia nowadays.
No, I was
Okay, I'm waiting for you to
to
finish.
and then she was snorting cocaine, and she had like this really long metal straw, and then she picked it, and then someone bumped into her and broke through her guts.
Oh.
It was so nasty.
All done? Now, you know, in Asia nowadays, bubble tea, you know the tea with the pearls, they are really popular. But all the shops were using plastic straws before, okay? Nowadays, we have like metal straws, but this type of straw, you can actually fold it into a small, like put in a small bag, and you carry that everywhere you go. And they have different sizes. If you want to have the pearls and in the milk tea, you use like the thicker one. But if you were just drinking water using the metal straw, and you use the thinner one.
There was something about the bubbles in the thing on the news, and it got stuck in this person's like small intestine.
No good.
That's because she's stupid.
Not really. The ingredients in the pearl is not healthy. I won't say, you know, there's a hazard there, but it's not healthy.
What the?
In the pearl, it's not healthy. Trust me. So they promote it as like, well, we have herbal jelly, aloe vera, like whatever. You can still drink their tea, like with milk. That's all fine, but the pearls. And they've been there for like at least 3 to 5 days. Because they put a lot of preservatives in there. Okay?
I'm still going to drink.
Maybe once a while, every 6 months you have the pearl, is fine, but like, you don't want to have that in your stomach. Okay? It's not easy to digest as well because of the ingredients. I think those metal straws, you can fold it into a small bag. It's sold on Amazon and eBay. You can just buy like 1 or 2 and just carry that with you all the time. This table, I want you to have a quick try, but we don't have time to do this reason part, justification. We just quickly go through if you think it's short term or long term. I think I mentioned a few before. First one, yes, venture capital long term. Overdrafts, we just said it. Short term, leasing. Share capital, I saw people leaving this one blank.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about